Okay, so you're probably familiar with gradient maps in Photoshop and how they can quickly recolor artwork on the fly. But did you know that there's a simple setting in the gradient maps that you can toggle on, and that completely changes the way gradient maps work and affect your artwork? So I've got this relatively simple illustration in Photoshop using only 6 colors, and I'm keen to make a few variations on that. And one of the quickest ways to do that is to use our gradient maps in Photoshop. So I'm just going to go straight up into my adjustment layers panel, and I'm going to add a gradient map to this artwork, and it's going to blast a gradient map like this. And then I can click on this drop down and select from a range of pre-prepared gradient maps that I've created here, and that's going to change the artwork super easily. But one of the problems that you'll see with this is that if I go into this gradient, we've got 4 colors here that are specific, but we've got a range of different gradients in between those, and the artwork has been assigned according to the grayscale tone underneath that. And so we've got this value over here, which is nowhere near any of the values in here. We just find it in the gradient there. So how do we fix this and assign it to just 4 or 5 different colors, and those colors are ones that we pick? All I need to do is go down to where it says method and click on this drop down menu. I got a bunch of different options in here. The one I'm looking for is stripes. And when I click on that, you'll see that immediately it converts this entire artwork to just 3 colors, and only 3 colors. There's no hues of that. There's no different values of those colors. It's just those 3 colors. But I can still click on this and edit this accordingly. So I've lost my blue in that gradient. So if I drag this up to here, I can bring potentially some of the blue back into that, and it will always only be that blue. It won't be any gradients for that. And then obviously you can flip around and play with any kind of gradient maps that you want in here, and we can still have that only 4 or 5 different colors and be super precise with recoloring our artwork. If you're, say, working with a client that requires specific colors in there and only those colors, you'll be sweet to do it this way. And so there you go. Super quick and easy way to recolor your artwork and do it very precisely without having to worry about the values of those matching to a particular gradient. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me for more.